got mine, man.
Wow, that was quick.
What?
So
my God.
yours, and this is your visa.
Okay.
Until September.
June 22nd. Okay, perfect.
So you know what to do next?
Same thing, just go back, right?
Right, and give the passport to the girl and get 90 days.
Okay, and then after that, are we going back to the bus or go wait around?
Or you can go to the coffee and have some drink or food and then go back to the bus.
Okay, come on. So I just got back my passport already, guys. So that was quick. I was trying to do a live stream. So there we go. There is my paperwork. I am all good. I am all done. So guys, I just got back my visa, my paperwork. It's all done. I would guess this was about 15 minutes or so. So I couldn't be happier. Maybe 10 minutes, but no longer than 15. I gotta put my passport back up. I guess we'll do that really quick. And then we'll go back onto the other side of Vietnam. That's it. That's all we have to do. So the hard part is done. Just gotta go back, go get our stamp. We already have our Laos stamp, which took up freaking a half a page, which sucks. But that's the hard part. And the hard part is done. So let's go get our stamp from Vietnam, and then we're almost home free. Here we go. What's up, Earl? I just got my new visa, so we're all good. Everything's done. Everything is freaking done, man. I just sat down to do the live stream, and they said, "Hey, your stuff's ready." So everything is done. We're about 50% done now. All we got to do is go back, go get. We're gonna take my passport back. I probably won't put that in. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get some B-roll really quickly, guys. Let me get some B-roll of these stupid Laos stamps. I hate how they freaking put this whole big ass stamp in there, but there's nothing you can kind of do. It just sucks. It sucks that they take up a half a page. I even asked them, I said, can you guys stamp over my old one? And they said, oh, no, sorry, we can't. So what I can possibly do is, let me get this set up one real quick. Let me put my backpack. I didn't expect for us to be done that quick. I knew it's usually about 20 or 30 minutes, but we're done. That was under 15 minutes. So, let me grab my backpack. Let me grab this. Take a dump. I don't have to. I might have to go take a piss, though. Luckily, I'm underneath all this, and I'm not going to be out in the sun too much, but it definitely is a lot warmer out here. It's definitely, I bet you it's like 86 or 87 degrees. Truck. So there's nothing really to stay out here. We're just gonna make our voyage back this way. So you guys can see this building is Laos. We just gotta cross here. There'll be one more checkpoint on the other side of this building, about 5 minutes down. They'll check to make sure that I have my stamp to leave Laos, and then we'll be back in our home country of Vietnam in just a second. Well, just a couple of minutes, actually. Ooh, almost got hit by that scooter. There we go. You better put some sunscreen. I'm not going to be out here long enough, thankfully. I am done. I just got my passport. I just got my visa. Now we're heading back. So we're going to get just some B-roll. And then this is the Lao building. It took maybe, I'm going to say 15 minutes, but I bet it was 10 or 12 minutes. I don't even think it was 15. But now we're going to get back on this side. And then everybody goes to lunch. So we would actually be home before 5 o'clock if we just kind of got back on the bus and went back home. But they will have you guys sit out there and you guys can go get something to eat or go get a coffee. There's a few of these coffee shops that they recommend. So I think I might have to put this away. Let me hide you guys. Let me hide you guys really quick. I think it's up. There we go. They were kind of looking at me a little shady, but through checkpoint number 1. Maybe have your first meal. I brought my lunch, so I will have a meal, but I brought a bacon and egg grilled cheese sandwich, and I ate my pretzels on the way here. So I've just done that. But right there, that's the building. So let me break out the camera one more time. Let's do this. It does look like, I'm not going to judge the country from the border, because it is kind of hard to judge a country just from the border, but you guys will see there is a few beggars that are always here. These ladies will always sit here. So I don't know why it's unregulated, especially on the border, but these will come out here and they'll ask for money with their kids. And it's weird because we're literally on the border, just a few feet from the actual, so you guys will get these beggars. Come on. So I don't know why this is not regulated, especially on this far from the border agents. Never seen this in any other border, and I don't know why it happens, but anyways, that is the last building. So all we got to do is show our passport and our visa at this building, and there we go. We'll be back in Vietnam. So the drive here is 500 times longer than the actual getting the new Vietnam visa and the Laos visa. So it's a lot of effort to just kind of do this. So we're gonna have to put the camera away in a second again. It's not the USA in that regard where you can kind of have your camera everywhere, but we will follow the rules. We don't want to get stranded over here, so I'll put my camera away right now. And then the other guys gave me some crazy look, so we'll turn everything off right here. We will turn everything off, and I'll have everything ready for him this time. So let's get my passport to the right page. There we go. So we'll have my passport at the right page. I'll hand it to him, and then we'll just be all ready to go. So have that. Keep the phone down, guys. That's what I'll recommend to you guys. There we go. We are back again. So everything's done. Let me pull back out the camera and let me just document the last stage on the GoPro. So guys, that's it. Let me wipe off this screen. So guys, that's it. That is the final regulation of the Lao border, which now we are stepping foot in Vietnam. That's it. So the whole process is done. Everything is done. The only thing we need to do is wait to get back on the bus. And we're gonna do about a little under 5 hours to get back to Da Nang. But everything is done. The process is done, it's over. The only thing we need to do is catch a ride back on the bus. And that's it. So I don't know how much easier I could explain it or show it to you guys, but that's it. I think the only thing that I have to do is take a thumbnail of me over here once this clears. So now we will drop our passport off in here, and they will give me a new 90-day visa stamp for Vietnam, and then we're done. So that's it. I will check everything. So 90 days. So 90-day visa. It looks like my visa will expire June 22nd now. So my next visa run will have to be June 22nd. So now what we'll do is we will go give this my phone fell, my other one. So we'll go give this lady my new visa, and then she'll get the stamp. So we don't have to deal with any agents, the Lao agents, the Vietnam agents. We will give it to the Lin visa representative, and then she'll go get the stamp for us. And then she'll just come back and call our name and say, hey, your visa's ready.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you.
There we go. There we go. Prepare the page already? What page? I don't know what you mean by page. I've already got my visa. So my visa for Vietnam will expire right there, June 22nd. So now my new visa is good. Do this very, very simply. Get on the bus, meet a couple of new friends. That guy over here is my new friend. He asked me all about my YouTube page. I don't know what page he's talking about. I don't even think we're supposed to have the camera on in here, but I'm doing it for you guys. I'm trying to be inconspicuous. But if you guys watch this stream and the one right before, you guys can basically get a free live stream version of how to do the Vietnam visa run. And I am going to upload my YouTube video from the GoPro, hopefully in the next day or two, but I know for sure I'm going to be sleeping like a baby. I hope that Fluffy put the mattress back in the other room. I hope she put everything back together, and hope everything's nice and tidy and spotless. Either he doesn't trust himself or he thinks it's not glamour. It's not glamorous enough. I'm ready for my lunch. I'm hungry now. I gotta figure out a nice, cool, breezy place to go eat lunch. I have my lunch in my backpack, but I could go sit on the bus, but the AC is not running. So, it's hot. I don't know if it's this hot in Da Nang, but I am sweating. It is definitely hot, and it's definitely humid here. I think it's just your connection, Dale. Maybe you have your mute button on. Fluffy, I asked you last night, I said, do you want me to help you carry the shelf? And then I said, when we wake up in the morning, we can carry the match. You said, no, I'll do it tomorrow. I said I would help you in the morning. I didn't want to come back. So now, thank you very much, Kathy. I didn't say that I was going to come back after a long day and doing it. I said we could do the shelf last night, and then I said when we wake up before I leave, we could bring the mattress into the bedroom. Now, when I get back, I'm going to be worn out, so I guess we're sleeping in that room again for another night. Dale from Yale. I did not take the vaccine either. No, I didn't. Yeah, so I guess we're sleeping in that room again. I have a new policy. I don't do any manual labor after 8 o'clock in the morning. After 8 o'clock in the morning, I don't do any more manual labor. That's my new policy. Man, it is hot, man. I'm telling you. If this is a sign to come of what it's going to be like in Vietnam, in Da Nang, you guys are going to be dying. I want to hear all you people that were crying, it's so hot, it's so cold, it's so raining, I hate Da Nang. I want to hear you guys doing it. Man, you guys are going to be in for a bad summer. I even offered Fluffy. I said, we'll take it in the morning. She said, no, I'll do it tomorrow. And I said, are you sure? And she said, yeah. Because I was going to do our shelf last night before I went to bed. And then I said, we'll sleep in that bed, and then we'll drag it over to the other room when I wake up in the morning. No, no, no. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I said, are you sure? Yeah, yeah. I said, okay. Now, after a long day of 2 hours of sleep, 12 hours of a bus. Now she wants me to carry the freaking mattress back. They're giving back the visas now. My new policy is no manual labor after 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to double check our visa when we get it. It should say... So what does it say? March 25th. So April 25th, May 25th, June 25th. But I think there's a couple of 31 days, which makes it a little shorter. So my next visa run will be May 22nd. No, June 22nd, not May. With tiles. I'm trying to keep it down. I don't think I'm supposed to have the camera on here, guys, so we're doing a little risky behavior. But I'm doing it for the good of the chat stream, of the live stream. If you overstay your visa, you will be fined and possibly blacklisted. So it's definitely not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. Yes. I think I've seen it in the back, maybe.
Oh, here.
Is this it? Oh, 6/22. Okay, perfect. June 22nd. So let me just double check this really quickly. June 22nd. I got so many stamps, guys. There we go. So there's my new visa, June 22nd. There you guys go. Look at all these stamps. This is just, look at all these pages. Look. And then still more pages. So there's my, I'm all done. Everything's done. I don't know. That's a good question. I should know that. But I'm not sure. I want to say at least 30 days, but it could be 90. I'm not sure. That's a good question, though. I will have to look that up. I'm not sure how long an American gets in Laos. So my passport is done. Let me make sure I put this away in a safe spot. Don't distract me, guys. Let me make sure I put my passport away. We're all done. Good tiles. What happens if you forget? Make a live stream. Those tiles, how long? Of course, your run looks like very few people. Yeah, I don't know. So our bus wasn't filled. I got a question. How many buses went on the bus run today?
Today 3.
3. Okay. Our bus was kind of empty, right?
Sorry?
The first bus was not so many people.
Yeah.
So
since the system has changed, so there's so many people going.
So not so many people went this time.
Not this time, but like they have to do a special border rep, not this normal border.
Why is that?
Because the system has changed, so they have to go out Vietnam and ask for visa. It doesn't like before anymore.
Did they change the visa, the policy for Americans?
Right. Not for Americans, but for almost every country.
Oh, every country.
Like you already have 90 days, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have 90 days, you have to exit from Vietnam and apply for visa and wait outside Vietnam.
For like 3 to 5 days?
But if you go with us, you can just stay here and we will do some magic to get your visa in just fly or 3 to 4 hours.
So how come last time we were here the whole bus was filled and we had 4 buses, but this time it doesn't seem like so many?
The 6 a.m. they doesn't have many, but the 7 a.m. is
more. Okay.
It used to be 120 people.
Okay. So there was 3 buses today?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering. Thank you.
Welcome.
And then we could just wait. What time are we getting back on the bus?
I think it's 12:20.
25. Okay.
So you know what to do, go?
Yeah.
To the Bun Coffee.
Okay, thank you. I keep telling you 6 a.m. is for the regular customers. Am I a regular customer? It's not for the regulars, it's for the people that want to come back early and they want to pay more. So that's the other thing. Sometimes I get... Kim and Dale got shafted on the 7 a.m. Yeah, 6 a.m. does cost more. It costs about $600,000 more. So what is $600,000? I think it's about 25-ish bucks extra, but you do come back about 3 hours earlier. So you got to decide, is 3 hours coming back early worth 25, 28 bucks? That's what it boils down to. So let me do my last shot. Let me get some B-roll. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna do my last YouTube video shot. Let me just get this really quickly, guys. And then I can go set up and eat lunch. There we go. So I think we're done. You know what? I need to... Do you see lots of military police? Not snooping around, but they are at like the border gates, but nothing crazy. Bun Cafe needs... You guys are going to see my sandwich. I'm going to go eat lunch in a second. Did you ask about flying in and getting... For other guy, about flying in and getting a visa? I'm not sure what you mean. Repeat that one. 30-day stay for Laos. I did not know that. Yeah, the 6 a.m. is about 600,000 VND more. Tuna cans at the first market. Why do all the Vietnamese people go to the border? I'm not sure what you mean. The Vietnamese people? I'm not sure what you guys... Let me take a thumbnail. Come on. I think she thinks I don't know where I'm going, but I do. I'm doing a live stream though. So let me take a quick picture here, and then I'm done, guys. Let me get a nice picture. Come on, you're in my picture. Get out of the picture. Get out of the picture. Get out of the picture, people. Come on, come on, come on. Let me raise this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. I think I'm all done with that. Oh, there is one last checkpoint. We got to go up here, show them. Oh, shoot. Oh, my passport. That's what I left. Did I leave my passport there? No, no, no. Whew. I got nervous. I put my passport in my other pocket. I was like, oh, shoot. Did I leave my passport? That is the one thing. When you guys leave, you want to make sure you always have your passport. Everything. Every little thing. Let me try to catch up on your guys' messages. Flying in and getting the visa the same day. You told someone earlier you would ask when you got there. Yeah, so flying in is the same thing. So you would pay the round trip ticket, plus you would have to pay the expedite. Oh, what I said is I was going to ask the owner on person. He's already told me, but I wanted to get him on live stream. I don't think he ended up showing up today. I don't think he ended up. I thought he was going to get on the second bus. But his name is Duck. He didn't show up. Or he didn't come on this one. Miami. Yeah, this is Miami. Miami, Vietnam. There we go. What do you guys think of Miami, Vietnam? If I see Duck when I get back, oh no, I won't, because I get off at the bus early. I forgot, I don't go back to Lin Visa. What if they don't allow you back into Vietnam? How would you get... I don't know. So as long as you don't break your visa, there's no reason for them not to. There's no reason for them not to let you back in. So let's go over here really quickly. I'm going to break out my passport. Let's get this ready for them. That's another thing. If you guys don't want any problems, I'm not saying it will cause problems, but have your visa all ready. Have it all ready for them. You don't want to be fumbling around with your stuff here. Let me get it to the right page, because I don't want to be stumbling. Here we go. Control. Come on. There we go. Put my passport back so it's nice and safe. That's it, guys. We are officially done. There's not a thing left that we have to do besides eat our lunch. So Fluffy said there was a restaurant over here. I'm not going to go to it because I brought my lunch. But she said, I think she's saying that there's a restaurant over here. She said something about, oh, there's stairs. I don't know about that. I do not have family here. It's just a great place to live at a low cost of living and a very nice lifestyle. So we're back on this side. We're back in Vietnam. Back on the right side of the border. That means everything went good. That means everything is done. New 90-day visa. Like I said, June 22nd is my next visa run. No clue if we'll do this again. That was my 4th in a row. So for all the people that ask how many can you do, I've successfully done 4 in a row now. So 4 in a row are done. I think maybe that's what she's talking about. She said stairs, but these are more like concrete steps. I think that's what she's talking about. So you guys can go hang around here, go grab something to eat. I'm not sure where our bus is. Our bus is not here. It dropped us off over here. But don't worry, it will be back before we get on it. This is going to be the cafe that they recommend you guys going to. I'm going to go in here, get out of the sun, and I'm going to go eat my lunch, and that's it. McDonald's? I am not sure where McDonald's is. I don't even know if they have one here. At the end of the one you pointed. So, here we go. We're gonna break out my lunch. You guys wanna see? You guys wanna see what's in my lunch? I created this. No, remember, I don't have any hand spray. Fluffy forgot to give me hand spray, guys. So, give me a thumbs up and give Fluffy a thumbs down. But here we go. Here's my water. Let's break out my lunch, guys. Here's the first course. Here we go. There we go. So this is a bacon, egg, grilled cheese. No microwave, obviously. Let me lift you guys up, and then you guys can see me. I'll take a bite and let you guys. Oh, you know what I need? I need my sauce. You guys didn't remind me. I need my sweet chili sauce. That's what I eat with grilled cheese sandwiches out here now. That's exactly. Where's my sauce? There we go. There we go. No, Fluffy didn't make none of this. I made every single bit. Fluffy wishes she knew how to make this. But here's the chili sauce. We're gonna get some of this. No hand sanitizer this time. We're going raw. Hands might be the dirtiest they've ever been in months. Eating this nice bacon, egg, and cheese, grilled cheese. First one I was a little nervous, a little bit. I even brought an extra pair of underwear, pair of shirt, and shorts because I didn't know, and I brought my laptop. Because I was like, the last thing I want is to be stranded in another country with nothing. So I was a little nervous the first time. As many as you want. This is my 4th time. This is my 4th time in a row that I've done it. So 4 times since March of 2024. So I've done 4 in a row now. 4 in the past year. So no issues on that. Look at, there's George Bush, guys. My worst hated president. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look, there's a freaking cow walking down the street. You guys see that? Look. Look at the cow. Go in again in 3 weeks. How's the weather out there? The weather's been pretty good. Fluffy burger with her own. Fluffy's not good at making burgers. She's not a burger person. Fluffy's good with basic stuff like eggs, rice, but she's not a elaborate type of chef. I think Fluffy just never really cooked much. I think she knows how to heat things up and prepare things, but not whip it up as a chef. There we go. So, what are they talking about the bus? They're saying something about the bus. What time is it, guys? I think they're telling us to get back on the bus. Everyone's going back on the bus. What's going on? I haven't even ate my sandwich yet. That's crazy. Man, I can't even finish my lunch. The Lynn Visa lady is telling everyone to get back on. Look. She's telling everybody. Fluffy's trying to set me up and get me left here. It's okay, I can eat this on the bus. It's okay, I can eat it on the bus, guys. Ooh, I didn't bring my... I don't really know Laos enough. We're on the border city and I've only been here 4 times, but probably a combined 4 hours in my life. And it's not the right city to judge Laos, especially because it's just a border city. We don't do anything. We're only here for 45 minutes. I'm not a big fan of Laos, not because of this place, but just there's nothing to do in Laos. Every single person, even people that like Laos, they tell me there's nothing to do in Laos. They say, oh, you just relax and you enjoy the nature. It's very slow and boring. That's even the people that like Laos even say that. So all of our buses are coming back. That's the bus that I took last time right there. That's the one. Last Visa run. Now I'm on the yellow one. So we're gonna go get back on this yellow one. Look at, can you guys see all the cows? Look at the cows. The cows are down there. Look at that, they're just wandering. There we go, so we're getting back on the bus and that's it. Our day is over. Now we can go to sleep, do whatever we want, and be done. Give me 1 second, guys. Remember we were just talking about that? Remember how we were just talking about this? About don't snap, don't point your fingers, it's rude. But look. But remember, you can't snap or can't point your finger because that's rude, but I guess that's not rude. Right? Actually, this is about the same time that we always get done. So I think you guys take the 7 o'clock one. All the people, they keep saying, oh man, you get done so fast. But remember, I always get back to Da Nang no later than 5:30 p.m. It's going to take about 5 hours from this point to get back home. So we'll get back about 5:30. But I think a lot of you guys end up taking the 7 p.m., the 7 o'clock in the morning one, and you guys don't get back to like 9. I never do that one. My passport? I got my passports right here. I can finally, I guess I'll eat the rest of my sandwich. I'm gonna try to figure out where I can sit you guys up at. I don't know if all you guys heard, but our bus got pulled over. A police pulled us over. I left at 6 o'clock. I do the 6 o'clock one. I don't do that 7 to 9. So I do pay a little bit extra, but I'd rather get back at 5:30, no later than 6 o'clock. Be out till freaking 9 o'clock at night, getting back at your place at freaking 10. Water? Is it the same cost? I think last year it used to be a little bit cheaper, but this past 2025, it's been about $170 each time. Give me a second. Let me finish the rest of my sandwich. I'll try to answer you guys. No, I'm not in the Philippines. I am in Da Nang, well, I'm in Vietnam, but we're heading back to the city of Da Nang. Can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? Give me a second. Shoot.
Before we come back to the next city, I would like you to double check your current stamp one more time to make sure that you have the correct stamp on your passport.
Hold on a second, guys.
Thank you.
Give me a second, guys. And I can't even eat my sandwich. I would have got left behind. Fluffy was like, no, it's okay. You can eat your sandwich. I got on the bus and they left 2 minutes after I got on. Can hear? Give me a second. Let me finish with my last couple bites of my sandwich. Give me a second, guys. Give me a quick second. All I had so far was some pretzels. Check my fanny pack. There we go, guys. I'm done now. Only thing is I don't have a napkin. I just don't have a freaking napkin. I don't have my spray, so my hands are dirty. Let me try to go back and read your guys' messages. Let me catch up. In the Philippines, you can only keep extending for 3 years. No, you can only extend for 3 months in Vietnam. There's no extending. You stay for 90 days. You gotta leave the country. There's no such thing as extending in Vietnam. Yeah, that was a bacon, egg, and cheese. It was a grilled cheese with egg and bacon. They pulled out the driver, and he brought his license and everything. He brought out his license and everything, and they only kept him for about 2 minutes, and then they sent him back. So it didn't look like he got in any trouble or anything, but not sure why. Peru? No, this is Vietnam. Can you hear better than you will? Check your fanny pack. You always say fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. Nah, I won't be back at 4:30 because remember we have 2 stops and we stop for about 10 to 15 minutes each. So if we didn't stop at all, we would probably be back in about 4.5 hours. but we're gonna stop at 2 gas stations, and it's about 10 to 15 minutes each. So we got at least 5 hours. Yeah. So add 5 hours onto now, it's about 5:30. Our bus got stopped. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, I forgot, I got a dessert. I forgot about that. I guess they want me to sign something. Maybe my autograph. Maybe my autograph for my YouTube channel. Maybe they want my autograph. Is that what it is? The autograph session? Chase down from the border? Oh, autographs?
Yeah.
Where at?
Here.
Right here.
Yes.
Ew.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Come on. I love her gloves. Wow, really, really crypto. I think she was wearing a hood and gloves when I seen her earlier at the border. And the freaking weather's like 89 degrees. It's definitely high 90s. I mean, high 80s. She has MMA gloves. I think she was just leaving an MMA fight right before she did the border run. So she was tapping someone out. If I'm 7 a.m., then I'm finished early. I'll ride that bus. If I'm 7 a.m., now you won't. I think when I just shot the end of the video, it looked like all the people were just getting there, so they won't be done. I just seen the 7 o'clock people. They were waving to me. The weather, it's extremely hot, man. It's hot compared to what we've had, so I'm in the high 80s, and it's humid now. It's starting to get humid. You guys know about dynamite shoes? Let me try to open this. How can I open this? This thing is... There we go. You guys know about dynamite shoes? Not every day. Every Tuesday and every Friday. Tuesdays and Fridays. The candy will be gone before I get home, Fluffy. Tuesdays and Fridays every week. I like to share important live stream production tips. Why don't you share them here, Bernard? Why don't you tell everybody here, so not only will I know, everyone else will know. So please share in here. $4.7 million VND. Mine is a little more expensive than doing the 7 o'clock one, which is 4.1. So I think if you transfer that, I think it's about right at 165, maybe 170 or something, maybe around 170 US dollars. What Bernard wants me to do is he's going to send me an email. And it's almost always an Indian Gmail. And then he's going to tell me he's worked on a whole bunch of people's others' channel. And he's looking forward for me to pay him or do a one-on-one call and then pay him to give me tips. I am going back to the city of Da Nang, Vietnam. We just left the country of Laos, and now we're heading back to Da Nang, Vietnam. Or what Fluffy likes when I say the amazing city of Da Nang, Vietnam. And actually, this is not even the best bus that I've been on here. A couple months ago, we had a really nice one. There's the AC. They do have the lights. For some reason, the lights haven't worked, but the AC is blowing nice and cool. They have the shade and fully reclining seats. Watch. I want to come up now. And they have these seats too. I am from the USA. Yes, I am 100% American. I just left Miami, Vietnam. I was thinking a person could do a Bangkok, enjoy a week. Yes, you could definitely do that, reality, but it's going to cost a lot. It's going to cost a lot more. Remember, we rent an apartment in Da Nang, so we're already paying for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So I'm a budget traveler. I hate to rent 2 places at once, especially paying one and letting it sit. And I'm a budget traveler. I travel on a budget. I don't have any income. I don't have any savings, so budgeting is a key of this channel. I have not, but have you, Metro? Let's see. We're gonna pin our troll. First troll of this stream. I found the charger under the armchair. I've looked under there, but it's not under. I've checked that out. This 1970 vehicle? I don't know. I'm going to let you figure that one out. Why did he respond? Look at the troll right here. Look, Metro wanted to be a troll, wanted to put a stupid comment, and then as soon as I pin them, they always delete them. Why do you guys become trolls, and then you want your attention, then when I post you, give you your attention, then you delete them? I don't understand. You guys are terrible trolls. Terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible trolls. I noticed in Vietnam, there's not many car accidents compared, because lots of people ride bikes and motorcycles. Yeah, in most cities, scooters are way more driven than cars. What's up, Kim? Just heading back. Our visa is done. We just left Laos about 30 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. So how much does it cost to go to Vietnam like you're doing? What do you mean? So in the city that we live in, I live for $750 every month. That's what my budget is. Last steps. Oh, okay. Let me answer that question. I sold everything. I sold my car. I got rid of everything that I didn't possibly need. I packed up 2 bags. I don't really have any mail that I need to get, but any somewhat type of mail that I need to get, it's under, I put it under my dad's address. What else did I do? I got a Google Voice phone number from the USA, so I can use that when I come to Vietnam rather than paying for a US cell phone service. What else did I do? That's about it. Oh yeah, you got a membership. Someone, I forgot who was it. I think it was Kathy gave her a membership. Medical insurance, I do not pay. But even in the USA, I didn't have medical insurance. But from secondhand experience, everyone that's got medical insurance, or most people that I know do not pay for medical insurance here. They pay out of pocket when something happens. And when they did, they told me it was very, very cheap. Metro the troll. I guess we'll have to kick him. I kick people that troll, and then as soon as they get pinned, they delete their comment. So if Metro doesn't speak, we will have to kick him for good. I made the right decision. Well, I honestly can't say the right decision as of yet, because remember, I am still not breaking even. I only recoup back about 70% of my bills a month from YouTube. So I'm still paying out of pocket 30% or so every month. So if I never end up recouping and breaking even, then it probably wasn't a good choice. But if this channel ever breaks even or even makes money, then it was a good choice. But as of now, I cannot determine if that was a good choice or not. No understander. Can you guys live this kind of life? Would you guys live in maybe a house like this, in a town like this? What if it was $400 to live? No, $300 to live. I'm not that far off. I'm shocked. I am shocked at how much money I make for the low amount of subscribers that I make. And remember, it's not based on subscribers, it's based on views. So, even when I had 1,500 subscribers, I made more money in my first month of being monetized than guys that I know that have 10 or 15,000 subscribers, which blows me away. Yeah, but I mean, in the end, if I run out of money and I'm forced to go back to the USA, then it is going to be a bad decision, because then I'm in a much, much worse position than I was coming here. So if that happens, then yeah, I made a bad choice, but we have to play the situation out. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The channel is growing. I'm just shocked that I even got monetized. So it's heading in the right direction. We'll put that. We're in somewhere near the border of Laos, inside Vietnam, and we're heading back to the city of Da Nang. Are there any beach cities in China that's cheap? I don't know. I haven't traveled enough around China. I've only been to 3 cities in China. What caused you to leave the U.S.? Combination of things. Definitely cost of living was a big factor. The politics of the USA, the crime. I'm from the Bay Area. Just the whole lifestyle. I hated living the rat race. I hated working and just breaking even and just being miserable. Land of milk and honey. They'll figure it out. Don't worry. We'll see. You never know what's on the other side, so we'll see. Would you guys live in a city like this, though? I don't know if I could cut it in a city like this. It's so weird, because like this whole city, the restaurants, the houses, they're all like right built on the street. I don't understand that philosophy, but everything is just built right on the main freeway. It's such a weird thing. Indiana currently. Wow. Well, I moved out of the USA, but when I used to live in the USA, I was in California. If you live in Indiana, I definitely recommend checking out Old Man Phillips YouTube, and maybe even going to see him in person. I do not have to pay taxes. There's an awesome rule that if you're out of the country for 335 days a year and you make less than $125,000 a year, you do not have to pay taxes in the USA. It's called the FEIE. So just saying, take a look at the FEIE. The 2 requirements is that you're out of the country for 11 months of the year and you make less than $125,000. Yeah, the Bay Area is very expensive. I was about 30 minutes away from San Francisco. Enjoy your trip. You're seeing what most Americans never get to do. Yeah, I mean, I've done 20 countries already, so a lot of people never even see 20 cities in their life. I'm way below that threshold. I left the Bay Area rat race in 2018. You're already a winner for making it from V-Town alive and healthy? Yeah. I mean, for Vallejo, yes, very, very, very good stat. Not only that, but remember, I'm a college graduate, so a college graduate to make it out of Vallejo and to travel, that is pretty big for my city. Now, maybe not for the rest of the United States, but for my city, yes. And remember, I was the first person on my dad's side to graduate from college, too. Earthquakes in Vietnam, I think they have earthquakes everywhere, but they're not that often and they're very small. Old Man Phillip, yeah. Well, I forgot what Philip's channel is called. It's a very long name, but he pops in this channel. When he pops in here, try to follow his channel. Even tell him that you'll meet up with him. What has been your favorite country? That is a good question because a lot of people ask me that, and I always give them kind of the same answer. I tell them I like something about each country that I've been to. How would I answer that question? I don't really have a favorite, but I will kind of point out a few countries that I really liked and why. So I love Vietnam because of the cost of living, and I love the safety aspect, and I love the relaxed lifestyle. I love the city of Lisbon, Portugal, in Europe. That's one of my favorite cities in Europe. Budapest. I really like Budapest, Hungary in Europe. Those are probably my two favorite destinations in Europe that I went to. Um, China was an interesting experience. I went to 3 cities in China. Trying to think, what other Asian country do I really like? I really like Bangkok, Thailand also. So I like Thailand and Bangkok. Those are probably the ones that really stand out. Are you planning on doing another meetup? I think it's a little too late to do the 5,000 meetup, but maybe we'll do a 6,000 meetup because it's a good timing. Because 6,000 might come next month, hopefully, and it would be right before Fluffy leaves. So maybe we'll time a 6,000K meetup with Fluffy leaving to the Philippines. So maybe we'll do a 6,000. Costa Rica. B-Town is not really the Bay Area. It's definitely the Bay Area. I consider it almost in the heart of the Bay Area. So Fairfield is borderline, but Vallejo is definitely the Bay Area. If you look it up, Vallejo in everybody's definition is the Bay Area. I plan on going to Costa Rica, and I'm familiar with the FEIE. I've traveled about 17 countries. Wow, very nice. What country has the best food? Ooh. I don't know about overall food, but I'll tell you some food that I really remember. When I went to Portugal, I was blown away how good this one restaurant's burger was. And you guys go, burger? But it had a different taste. I can't explain it to you, but the burger was so good. And here's probably my number one food for sure in Europe. When I went to Budapest, I had goulash for the first time, and that goulash in Budapest was awesome. I think I went to that restaurant 2 or 3 times in 1 week. That's how good the goulash was. What I'm asking is the purpose of this channel. Like, what would you recommend to meet up with him? I don't understand. Maybe so you could meet a fellow local traveler. He travels in Asia. So he does he's in Vietnam right now. Fremont's way on the other side of the Bay Area for me. Now for me, like what Dark Brother says, that's considered like, technically I don't consider, I know it is in the Bay Area, but San Jose and Fremont, that area is too far. I don't consider that part of the Bay. The Bay Area to me is Oakland, San Francisco, Vallejo, Walnut Creek. Where else would I consider? Possibly Daly City. That's what's considered the Bay Area to me. But I know under the classic definition, those cities are definitely still in the Bay Area too. The weather forecasters don't even report. I don't know why. I don't blame people for not doing stuff, but Napa is further away. Napa and Fairfield are further away than Vallejo are. So there's no way. That's crazy because Fairfield technically, I don't even know if Fairfield's technically in the Bay Area. And it's 20 miles, 15 miles, 12 miles probably from Vallejo north. So they don't consider Vallejo the Bay Area. Napa's further north, and so is Fairfield. So people just don't talk about Vallejo because it's always been like the stepchild. Like no one talks about it because it's just. I'm trying to figure out how I would compare Vallejo. Vallejo is kind of like the Detroit of the Bay Area. Have to run. Until next time. All right, and I appreciate you stopping on the live stream. We still have a few more hours, so I'll probably stick around for a while. And then I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner because we normally do a dinner live stream, but no clue what we're gonna do for that. Look at all the scooters out here. Everybody rides a scooter. Now this city I wouldn't be too terrified. Very, very little traffic here. Very, very local. How many tourists do you guys think are in this little town? Do you think there's any? I appreciate it, Donald. I appreciate it, Donald, man. I appreciate it very much. We are, I think we're getting close to 5,500, I think. I mean, the channel's definitely growing. What we really need is the views on the uploaded videos. Look at this place. This place is cool. This is probably like the most hottest part of the whole city. This is the happening place. What we need is to get more views on the uploaded videos. That's how I make my YouTube ad revenue. By you guys watching the uploaded videos. I just did a video with a fellow Canadian, a YouTube vlogger, and did an interview about why he left Canada. He lives with a family of 4. So please go check out that video and pump up the views on that one. It's so hot. No, it's hot out here. It's definitely hotter out here. Where are we at? Oh, wow. Wow. 54.66, man. I appreciate it. We are cranking those numbers up, man. Those numbers are flying. Can't thank you guys enough, man. You guys are really, really pumping this channel up. Maybe at the end of this year, we might hit 10,000 at a certain point. You guys are making me believe we can get to 10,000 subscribers. Maybe by like December. Here, I bought a air fryer out here. And I brought 2 big bags, a big suitcase and a big backpack. So I don't really need anything, but I do miss Mexican food from the USA. Just driving a car. There we go. We popped back in. So now we're coming down the hill. You guys can see. So hopefully the connection will be a little bit better as we're just getting out of the hill. We are in somewhere Vietnam. I'm not sure exactly what city. We just left the country of Laos, and now we're back in Vietnam. And we're going back to my home of Da Nang, Vietnam. Look at that house. That's a nice house. That is a nice house, guys. That is a exquisite house. Are you going to break even as soon as Diane leaves? You are going to break even? I don't think so. Because remember, Dark Brother, this is going to be my lowest month I think I've ever made. And it's kind of crazy because I have 5,000 subscribers now, and this is going to be the lowest revenue money that I've ever made. I made more in my first month, but this month, about $1.5 million. So it all will depend on that. I do not drink. So I stopped drinking about 8 years ago. I have a girlfriend here, so I don't party. I don't go to clubs. I don't blow money. And I don't get massages. And I do eat Western food about twice a week. So I do still indulge in Western food, but not crazy style Western food all the time. Donald Hill, if it's USA good, they have to send it to me. They better make sure they're Trader Joe's cookie butter. Fluffy, you don't need that. I am living life. I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1 block off the beach. I do what I want. I don't answer to anybody. I go out to restaurants every single night. I eat food that I love. I go to the beach whenever I want. And let me guess, Shrek, you want to go get wasted. You go spend money on random women that pretend that they like you. You want to go do a bunch of shots. You want to have, keeps getting freaking kicked off, damn it. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I'm going to give a free advertisement for you. So, I'm going to help you grow your business. Here we go. Let's help you grow your business. Requesting tuna at your first bus stop. First bus stop. I don't even know what tuna is. No, Fluffy calls it tuna with a C and an H. Tuna. Thumbs up to all you guys that have double tapped the screen for the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. We are heading back. I think we're probably a solid 4 hours away. Dale he's on top of the roof. Actually, he's probably up in this little spot up here. You guys see him? Could you guys see him? He's probably in the baggage compartment. I think he's in the baggage compartment. Dale, where you at? Dale, where you at? No, not to Hoi An. Not to Hoi An. Hoi An would be very cheap for us. We just never get around to Hoi An. Hoi An's definitely not. We spent more money in Hue and Dong Hoi than what we would spend in Hoi An. Hoi An, I don't know why we haven't gone to Hoi An. It's just so close that we just keep pushing it off. Hoi An, we were only planning on going for 24 hours, but everyone convinced us just go for the night and not even stay. But Hoi An would only cost us $20, so it's definitely not Hoi An. We definitely spend way more in Hue, even way more in Dong Hoi. Yeah, the visas everything's done. We're heading back. We have about 4 hours left. We're on the bus going back. I did it. My last one was the day before New Year's Eve. Man, Marcus, I was devastated when you told me that they don't have a real visa bus run in Nha Trang. I think that's the big deal breaker for me. I cannot do the 23-hour bus run. Like, even this is long. This is going to take us about, I guess that we'll probably get back at 5:30. So that's going to end up being like 11 and a half hours. But doing a freaking 23-hour bus run, that's a nightmare. That's what's crazy, man. You guys, you're like the third person that said that. Like, man, didn't you just do a visa bus run? I did one. I haven't done one in 2025. This is my first one in 2025. I did it, I think, December 29th or 30th. That's crazy. I don't know why. You would think that a city like Nha Trang would figure something else out. That sucks. I was kind of really pumped. I was like, you know what? We're going to give Nha Trang a try. But it would be a deal breaker. It would be a huge, huge deal breaker because to do the bus visa run, what we would literally have to do is take a 10-hour train from Nha Trang back up to Da Nang the night before, then get on Lin Visa the next day, do a 11-hour visa bus run, spend the night in Da Nang, then the next day take a 10-hour train back to Nha Trang every 3 months. Yeah, it seems like it comes around fast, man. Time flies by. Everyone's saying that. That's crazy. I have not. This is my first. This is my first visa run in 2025. The only so we were looking forward to go to Vung Tau, but I might have to pass on it. Dark brother, there's no train. I thought there was a train stop in Vung Tau. We were gonna go Wien Yan, Nha Trang, Phu Yen, and then go to Vung Tau, but there's no train stop in Vung Tau. So I don't think we're gonna do Vung Tau. I was considering doing for a YouTube video to see if that was a viable option. Decided to just take the flight. Yeah, the flight's gonna be kind of the only realistic option, but the flight for me and Fluffy would be so much more expensive. Because I think, so I'm assuming, Marcus, you're gonna stay out of the country until you get the new visa, right? Which means you're gonna be out of the country for 3 to 5 to 7 days, correct? That's too much. That's too much for me, Dark Brother. We want to do everything by train. I don't want to, like I said, I don't know if you've ever been on the live stream, but that's why I hate traveling in the Philippines. In the Philippines, it's like, you got to take a bus, then you jump over a unicorn, then you slide down. Like that, I can't do that kind of travel. I can't do like, you get on a bus, you crawl down the mountain, you get on a ferry. Like, that's too much. I can't do all that. That's too much, especially 4-day. Remember, our southern Vietnam trip would only be 24 days long, and that's to go to like 6 cities. So 6 cities in 24 days, and then you got to like do all this crazy different type of travel. It's too much. We were just gonna do Wien Yan for 4 or 5 days. I think they're just gonna hit the train lines. That's too much. One-way ticket, jump to 190. Yep, that's exactly what I try to tell people. So if you book a round-trip ticket, you risk your visa not being done in time, and then you lose your return flight ticket back. Or you go on a one-way ticket, and then the problem is then you have to book a ticket like one day or the next day, and they jack the prices up. That's why it's not realistic for us. So me and Fluffy could do a visa run total for about $300 and be back the same day. If we flew out, it would probably cost us well over $400, possibly $500 to do a visa bus run. I can't handle the bus ride. The only reason why I have to do this is because it's mandatory. There's no other option. Like, if there was another option besides spending double the price, I would do it. I can't handle this. This is the most I can do, and it takes me 3 months to get my nerves up to do another one. If we do this trip, we're gonna spend at least 4 or 5 days in Wien Yan, at least 4 or 5 days in Nha Trang. So that's about 8 to 10 days. Then we were gonna go to Phu Yen for probably 2, no more than 3 days. We were gonna do Vung Tau for 2, no more than 3 days. Ho Chi Minh, maybe 1 full day, 2 days max. And then we were gonna go to Can Tho for like 2 or 3 days. And then we were going to turn around and come all the way back. And we were going to try to do that in 23 days. But I think it's really, really pushing it. We pay a lot for our rent, considering all the people that we know in our city. So we pay $550 for rent for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. But our whole total budget is only $750 a month. So 70% of our budget is our rent. Most people that we know only pay $300 to $400 mostly for their 1-bedroom or their studio, but they end up usually spending more money than us combined when you add up all their bills. So we spend a lot on rent, but we still end up cheaper than most people, even the people that have much cheaper rent. But we can do it with 2 people in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, eating out at restaurants every single night for $750 or lower sometimes. But you should be able to live very nicely, very easy, under $1,000, assuming you're not a big drinker and assuming you're not going to go eat Western food and steak and lobster every single day. Look at this. This is nice. Look at these green mountains. We're losing signal a little bit, but it looks like we're still on, so we're still battling. Actually, I've been very impressed with how good the signal's been today. Last visa run, it was dying every few minutes up in the mountain. Look at that. That is a nice. I always love passing this area. Look at that. That looks so nice. Man, you haven't probably been on the channel in a while. We passed up on China, I think, in January, I guess. January, right before February. I think it was late January. If I travel abroad, I'm going to bring old American change and try to sell it to locals. I don't really see that being popular, but now there is a spot in the Central Market. There's this one guy that sells old bills, but it's not very common. I don't think it's very popular out here. I think maybe that used to be something a long time ago, but we heard it's not really that popular anymore. Lake Merced. This, you know what this always reminds me of? It always reminds me of like Tahoe, when you're driving from the Bay Area up to Tahoe and you see these little streams out here. It reminds me of Lake Merced. Look at this. I love this. It's such a nice view. So do you ever come back to the States to visit family? No, I don't. I don't really want to go back to the USA. And for two, it would be an outrageous amount of money to come back, even for a short time. To do a round trip ticket would be at least $1,500. I would have to rent a car, which renting a car, the last time I was in the USA, renting a car for a month was like $800, man. So just to get to the USA and spend 2 weeks, 3 weeks there, I'm looking at probably spending over $2,000 minimum, maybe close to $3,000 US dollars just to come back for a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks even. It's just not feasible money-wise. Renting a hotel, renting a car, it would kill me. I mean, I live in the Bay Area, so I mean, I think the cheapest, even a Motel 6, a beat-up Motel 6 is probably going to cost me $90 or $100 a night. And then a rental car is going to be at least $20-25 a night. That's $125 a night just on hotel and rental car. That's not even counting gas. That's not even including food. It would kill me. $1,500 for a round trip ticket. Maybe closer to $1,000 for a round trip if I could find a decent deal. Maybe close to $1,000. But man, it would. I mean, that would cost me $3,000 probably. $3,000 lasts me 5 months out here, at least 4. With all the good food in Vietnam, why would anyone want to steak from the USA and not miss any steak? No, Cambly, I'm not going to do any kind of teaching online. It's just not worth it. The English teaching market online is just dead, man. I did do English online teaching back in 2019 when China was in the game, and I was making $18 an hour teaching for VIP Kid. In 2019, $18 an hour I was making. Now, these Camblys and all these other places want to pay you like $7-8 an hour. It's like, screw that. It's not worth the time. So did you travel out there with your significant other? No, I met my girlfriend in 2022, but I've been traveling on and off since 2019. Very first time I ever went traveling was in Europe. I was in 9 countries in Europe. The same year, I went to 6 countries in Asia. So I was in 15 countries in 2019. Then I had an Eastern European trip booked in 2020, but obviously COVID canceled that. My trip was for April 28th, 2020. All my flights, everything got canceled on April 12th, literally 2 weeks before I was going to go to Eastern Europe. Stayed in USA from 2020 to 2022. Went out to Asia again, finally, in 2022. And then I went to Thailand for a month. I got COVID. When I landed in Thailand. Then I went to the Philippines in 2022, and that's when I met my girlfriend. Cambly's like 10 an hour. $10 is just not worth it for me though, because I'm almost pretty sure that Cambly takes out taxes or there's a fee. I could be wrong on Cambly, but I know these other ones that I signed up, it's like $10, but there's all kinds of strict rules. It's like 10 minutes for actual teaching time, and you can't get booked full time. Like if I can get booked full time, then I would think about it. But so many people, there's so many teachers on these platforms, and they get like 2 hours a week, 4 hours a week. It's not worth it. So this whole year, I'm just dedicating to the YouTube channel. If it doesn't work out, if I can't break even, we just finally passed over 5,000 subscribers just about a week or so ago. So we're at 5,000 subscribers. I'm recouping back about 70% of my bills right now from YouTube. So I'm paying out of pocket about 30% of my bills. I'm going to ride this out for the rest of the year. And then if I don't start breaking even by the end of the year, then we will think about maybe going to teach in China. I make way more on YouTube than I would make on Cambly. So that's the crazy part, that I'd rather spend my time on YouTube or not even working at all than to spend my time and effort on Cambly for $9, $8 an hour. Because I'm almost positive, I know I'm signed up to Cambly, or maybe it's Preply. It could be Preply. It's Cambly or Preply. But I think Cambly's the one where you just do like regular talking. Like you just talk on conversations. And when I looked at it, there's a fee that's taken out. It's not worth it. Everyone that I know is on either one of them. They get very, very little hours. Living the dream that I lived a long time ago. Americans should travel to multiple countries and get a taste of what's really out there. And I appreciate it. I'm still not living the dream though. Once I break even, then I will feel like I'm a little bit closer to that. Once I start breaking even, for me, my goal is just to break even. If I can break even and live this lifestyle and then just build the channel and basically put no money out, then yeah, I would always enjoy that. Did you know there's a bus apparently from Hue to Laos? I did not. It just obviously, I bet it's probably the same, but I wish there was a bus from Dong Hoi, or even I really wish there was a legitimate bus service that went from Nha Trang. But Marcus just popped in the stream and he talked about, yeah, man, there's no option from Nha Trang. It's a 23-hour bus ride, which to me is not an option. And he said him and Matzo went to Kuala Lumpur, and he spent $190 one way coming back for just one ticket. So, not a good option. Crazy. That's one thing. I've never been able to learn another language. Languages are I like Hue. I couldn't stay a long time in Hue, but Hue is definitely a spot that I would like to go to once a year for 2 to 4 to maybe 5 days. Hue is a perfect vacation spot once a year during slow season. We will go to Hue. As long as I'm in Vietnam, we'll go to Hue once a year during Hue's low, cheap season for 2 to 4 days, 5 days maybe. I couldn't live in Hue though. I would much rather live in Da Nang than Hue. No beach for one. For two, there's no international airport. And then it's just not the same vibe. I just don't like the vibe. I like it great for a short time stay, but not for a long-term stay. And then we would spend at least as much money in Hue that we would in Da Nang without a beach. We can't really find, we could find the walking street, but the walking street is nothing like An Thuong. It's more like Ho Chi Minh's wild neighborhoods. No beach. Well, I think there technically is a beach, but it's like 40 minutes away from the main area. So it would be like you live in Da Nang at An Thuong, and then you have to go to like where Hoi An is to the beach. They have a riverside. They have a riverside, but not a beach. I'm not sure, Tom. Let's ask the room. Here we go. Let's see if Tom will delete his troll mark. Most of these trolls, as soon as they get pinned, they'll delete them. I hope they don't. I like Hue. I like Hue for a short time, but as a long term, no. Like I said, Tom, look, I told you, Tom, the trolls, it's so weird. The trolls come in here for attention. I give them their attention. I post their comment on there, and then they immediately delete it. So it's like, why did you come in here and troll and want the attention, but then when you get the attention, you delete it? It's so weird. How do I know that? It's so crazy. So crazy. What's up, buddy? What's up? Do you have Bluetooth earpiece translator? No, I don't. I don't have that. If I ever need to translate stuff, I just use regular, good old Google Translate. We'll have to kick Tom out. Because he does, that's the one pet peeve that I have, is if they come in here and troll, and then when I post their message, they want to delete it. And it's like, hey, if you want your attention, I give it to you, but if you delete it, I got to kick you out. I'm not even saying that. What I'm just saying is I don't understand. They make a troll comment, right? So they want attention, they want me to read it, and they want to have it be seen. So what I do is I post it, I pin it, so everyone can see it and it stays there. But as soon as I do that, then they delete the message. And it's like, wait a second, you just came in here to have attention and to have me read your message, and now when I pin it, why do you delete it? That's what I can't understand about these people. Very green out here now. I think it's because of all the rain that we've been having. Because remember the last two visa runs that we've been doing, it's been raining out here. So the rain, I think, has caused all this greenness. Look at that. You don't ever really see, you know what's weird is that we come down here, I never see anybody outside their houses. Look at all these houses, you'll never see someone outside. So, I don't know where everyone's at, but nobody's ever, okay, there's one kid. There was one kid right there, but I don't ever see anybody outside of these houses. Look at that, nobody's out, nobody's out, nobody's out. Tuna for day. I don't know. Everyone keeps asking me about this tuna stuff. What's up with this tuna stuff? You are on fire. Yet another troll. So we'll post his troll comment real quick. There we go. We're gonna post another. I don't know, man. We're getting a lot of trolls today. Well, you've got a new dedicated follower. Thank you very much for answering my questions. We usually do a dinner live stream, usually But make sure to check out my uploaded videos. I'm going to actually have I don't know, maybe a 12 to a 15-minute uploaded video on the exact steps of how to do the visa run that I just did today. It'll be much clearer and concise. But if not, if you like the live streams, we usually do these at nighttime when we go out to dinner, usually every day. So feel free to stop back in. They're all gold panning at the river and catching fish and shrimps at the river. Gold panning? They gold pan out here? Look, another troll. Get another troll. Why do they do that? My rule is if you delete your troll message when I pin it, you automatically get a lifetime ban. So Luke, we're gonna have to kick you forever, buddy. So you guys make it worse. You guys troll, and then you get pinned, and then you delete it, and it only makes it worse because then I ban you forever. I didn't know they do gold panning out here. That's crazy. Where did you hear that at, Dark Brother? I can imagine maybe catching fish, but gold panning? Look at this little city's booming now. Look at this. See, if I was gonna stay at the border or something, I'd stay in a little area like this where it's kind of a little more lively. It's not that lively, but more lively than the surrounding area we've been seeing. Look, there's a gold currency conversion place. Look at this little area. This little area is pretty cool too. That AC is feeling good blowing on me. I have a feeling it's hot in Da Nang right now. I saw it with my own eyes. I never knew that. I didn't really think about gold out here in Vietnam. When I think about gold, I think about the 1800s, the gold rush, and California and San Francisco, but that's crazy. So they look for gold out here in Vietnam, and then what, they turn it in? That's crazy. Never thought about that. I saw it with my own eyes. Why not? There's gold everywhere. Most is not worth getting. It would cost more to get the gold than it's worth. I just never thought of that. I've never heard of anyone gold panning in Vietnam. The only time I ever hear of gold panning is like some old guy's hobby back in California, and he goes up to Tahoe once a year, and they talk about the old 1800s and stuff like that. I never thought like people in Vietnam would be doing that. Alaska. I did not know that. Wow. I've never, in my fluffies from the Philippines, she's never mentioned anything about gold and panning. Never once have I ever heard anything about that in Asia. That's the first time I've ever heard about it. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I am going crazy. No. I had to do my visa run. So we woke up this morning in Vietnam. We crossed into the country of Laos, and now we're heading back to my city of Da Nang, Vietnam. We should be back in, I don't know, a little under 4 hours. I'd like to go to Australia with a metal detector. When I was a kid, I always wanted a metal detector. I thought it was so cool. No, Fluffy's at home. I'm doing the bus run by myself. She did hers about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I'm doing mine today. But mine's practically over. Mine is practically over. All I gotta do is just get back to Da Nang, probably in a little under 4 hours. Alright, Kim. We drove from the city of Da Nang, Vietnam, and we crossed over the Laos border, got our new 90-day visa, so I'm good all the way till January 22nd now. So January 22nd will be my next visa run. Not sure if we'll do it again. The visa run was 4.7 million for me. I think it's roughly about 170 bucks. I could have done the cheaper one for 4.1, which is probably like 150-ish. But I like to get back a little sooner. So the more expensive one, we get back about 5:30, a little under 6 o'clock. Or you can do the cheaper one where you get back about 9 o'clock at night. I don't know what to say next. I'm not sure either. Nope, they didn't. I asked them if they could put a stamp over it, and they told me no. They flat out told me no. And I asked twice, and they said no. So now I have four pages, 4.5 pages taken up by Lao. What I'm gonna do though, once my passport gets dangerously close, I'm gonna try to take those passport stamps off, and then maybe save myself 4, 5, 6 pages, but we'll see. I probably won't mess with it until I get dangerously low on my passport. And I think I still have well over 10 to 15 pages. Mangosteen? No, I haven't. I've tried mango. So now we have 4 pages used up. 4 visa runs to Laos, 4 pages used up. That is the worst part. The 2 worst parts about the Laos visa run is waking up at the crack of dawn and them taking up a half a page. Those are the 2 worst parts. What do you guys think about the countryside in Vietnam? Do you guys like this? Do you find it peaceful? Could you guys live out here? What do you guys think about this area? I explained a few times. So flying out, there's different rules. So if I fly out, I cannot return the same day. Technically, I can't return the same day, right? So it cost me $170 to do the bus run. Then I come back the same day. So $170, come back the same day on the bus, right? Now, if I fly to Bangkok, it's going to cost me $140 for the round trip. But you cannot come back the same day on the flight, meaning you have to apply for a new e-visa that's going to take 3 to 5 business days, which means I'm going to have to rent a hotel in Bangkok at least minimum 20 bucks for 3 to 5 days. So add another $100 on top of the 140, you're already at 240, plus whatever food, plus the grab to get there and the grab to get back. Or you technically can go pay Lin Visa extra 60 bucks to get your visa expedited for the same day. And then even with that, you still spend 200 bucks. You cannot come back the same day. If you want to, it does cost $60 to get the expedited visa. In the USA, sandbags can buy at Lowe's. There's a gold in those bags. Buying sandbags costs more than the gold you would get from them. That's crazy. I didn't know that. No, they'll just decline you. They'll say, no. They'll say, oh, you don't have, no. They'll check your passport. Lin Visa will check your passport and say, oh, you're sorry, we can't do the visa run. You don't have any empty pages. I like Bangkok. Bangkok is my second favorite city, but remember, I'm a budget traveler, so money is a key aspect to me. $170 to come back the same day, or $240 to go do the Bangkok route. So that 70 bucks is a good chunk of change for me, especially on a budget and especially doing it 4 times a year. Get a gold pan. Google shows you Northern Vietnam place. Wow, that's crazy. No way, not coming back to California. You couldn't pay me enough. Well, you could technically pay me enough. If you gave me a nice travel-related job where I travel all the time, and you gave me $60,000, $70,000 of a travel-related job where they fly me around the world and put me in hotels, then yeah, I would do it. I would do it, man. But that's the only way I would come back to California. I will not come back to California to work a desk job. I'll not come back to work a regular job in California. No way. You guys can stay there and enjoy all the benefits of California that I'm not getting. You guys can take all mine. You guys can take all my benefits. I welcome you guys to take all my benefits in California that I'm not getting. You guys can get second servings of it. I love living here for $750. Actually, my bills definitely 100% will be going down by some way. Either because I negotiate on the place we're currently staying at and then before the 12th, or we will move out of this place and I'll be staying once Fluffy leaves either at a hotel or at a smaller one bedroom. So one way or the other, my bills will be coming down soon. Retirement? I have no clue what that means. I don't even know that word. Retirement? No clue what that is. Take the sticker off now. I would, but the problem is if I damage the passport, they could tell me, hey, your passport's invalid now because it's tampered with. That's why I don't want to mess with it now. I still have plenty of pages. I think I still have over 10. So I don't want to damage. If you damage your passport or it looks tampered or altered, they'll invalidate your whole visa. Then I'd be big time screwed. Where is Fluffy going? She's going back to the Philippines for a small amount of time. That's what everyone keeps saying, man. Everyone keeps saying that they feel like I keep doing visa runs. But I haven't done a visa run since the day before New Year's Eve. I think it was December 30th. So I haven't done a visa run in 2025. This is my first one. My last one, I think, was December 30th. Every 90 days. The first day. Well, I mean, now, if that's the case, then I'm screwed anyways, because what's the point of taking off one sticker when I have 3 more in there? My plan was to not mess with it unless I get desperately, like, let's say I get down to like 2 or 3 pages, which I still think I have like 12 or 15. So if I ever get down to like 2 or 3 pages, I was going to heat up the back of the page, and then I was going to peel them all off. But if I can only peel one off, that ain't gonna really save me much. Every 90 days, yep, that is the visa requirement. But it does help people like me because it keeps long-term people out of Vietnam that would come here if there was a longer-term visa, and they would jack the rent up, they would jack the economy up, and then Vietnam would no longer be cheap. Then I don't know, where would I go? Where would I go if Vietnam was not cheap anymore? I guess off the top of my head, it would either be Thailand, but with Thailand possibly going to a 30-day visa, Thailand wouldn't be an option anymore. So maybe it would be the Philippines. The Philippines has English, and it has a 3-year visa without ever leaving the country, but Philippines is not cheap. Philippines is more expensive than Thailand, and the Philippines is more expensive than Vietnam. A million retirees, and it's still cheap. Thailand is not cheap, so it's definitely not as cheap as Vietnam. So I love Bangkok. Bangkok is probably my second favorite city, but Bangkok is probably 25 to 30% more expensive than Da Nang. I made fresh bread from scratch. Best loaf since coming home a month ago. The trick is to add more sugar than you think. Man, that sugar is not good for you. I think you were telling me that the other day. Can you not able to go to the U.S. Embassy visa in Ho Chi Minh and get? Yeah, you can. You can. But what sucks is I still have 5 years left on my visa. I'm gonna run out of pages before I run out of time. I hate that. That drives me crazy because it's gonna screw me up. I'm gonna have to go pay for a brand new visa with like 5 years, probably 4 years left on my visa, which sucks. That's 20 more visa runs. Since our last time I met, I left for Bangkok and I didn't spend that much more. Just beer. How much do you spend in Thailand? So in Bangkok, it would be impossible to live for $750, especially in a 2-bedroom. It just wouldn't be possible. Now, we lived decent. We lived in a huge 1-bedroom hotel, though. We had a really, really good deal. And me and Fluffy could live in Bangkok for about $1,100 on almost the same style life that we were living in Da Nang. But $750 out here in Da Nang, $1,100 in Bangkok. And that was about a year and a half ago. And I appreciate it, buddy. Man, Kodiak, I appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it big time. Big thumbs up, man. I appreciate it. $10 per day in a clean room in a small town. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I don't do the province cities. If I'm gonna leave Da Nang, it's got to be a similar like city. I can't go from Da Nang to go to Timbuktu, Philippines. I don't do the province city. I can't do the province cities. So if I left Da Nang, it would be to Bangkok in Thailand. Possibly Hua Hin, but everyone that's been to. Look at that. I apologize. We are back. Donald, I appreciate it. I appreciate you signing up for the membership. And Kodiak, I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. Not Viniphone, man. It's this rural, random place. If I had Viatel, because actually I know for a fact because my Mexican buddy, I don't remember if you guys remember him, but his name was damn, how can I freaking, you guys are calling him Grandpa, remember? Chris. You guys don't remember because we got too many Chris's, but we were calling him Grandpa. I couldn't remember what you guys were calling him. But you guys were calling him Grandpa. He had Viatel, and when he was sitting next to me on the bus run, he was having the same problems. Upper Manhattan. Is it not cheaper living in Cambodia or Laos? Upper Manhattan. Is it not cheaper living in Cambodia or Laos? I thought Cambodia was cheaper, but then when I talked to everyone, they said none. They said no, man. Da Nang is cheaper than Cambodia. The only thing that I do kind of like about Cambodia is that you can get a 1-year visa, but there's no beach, and the safety is not as good as it is in Vietnam, and the cost of living is basically the same with lower quality. There we go. We got cut off for a second, but there we go. Hopefully I'm back on. Work to your budget, making compromises. Because Da Nang is the city that I don't have to make. I can live in my budget. Now, I can go to Bangkok and live in a $750 budget, but I would have to lower my standards so much. I can go to the Philippines and live for $750, but I have to lower my standards so much. Da Nang, I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, on the beach, go to restaurant standards. That's why I stay in Da Nang. Money any other way. The only money that ever comes in, it looks like you live American, big American. Can I use your phone to do the live stream? He said my phone's doing the exact same thing. Gonna be a race which of my channels reaches the goal. Would be interesting to take Viatel on this trip. So like I was telling you, the guy that I used to do it with, he used to sit here. He went on 2 visa runs with me. He had Viatel, and his was doing exactly the same. Now, here's the worst thing. This bus is supposed to have Wi-Fi, but they tell me that the bus driver doesn't know the password, so I kind of got screwed on that. I'm probably going to run out of data. Actually. I only get 7 gigabytes of data. Vietnam is very safe. I was mentioning that I never feel any kind of safety issues here. Sometimes I pull out money out of the ATM at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I've walked around the city with all my rent money. Never feel any kind of threat to my safety here in Vietnam. Never felt, ooh, look at that. Well, I take it back. Now that you guys mentioned that, I do feel nervous about scooters and even car traffic. That's the only thing that I worry about my safety. That's the only thing that I worry about. What is this? Hong Nguyen Hills? And I appreciate all you guys that have not only liked, not only subscribed, but either signed up on a membership or donated, man. Big thumbs up to all you guys. I really appreciate it. Eddie just pay a win for security. I don't ever hear about crime. Now, I'm sure there's some kind of crime in Da Nang, but I never hear about it. No way, no way. I do not ride scooters in Asia. And I'm lucky because we live in the, I don't know what you would call it, but the heart of the city, in the neighborhood. And we walk everywhere. So we walk every single place. We used to get 10,000 steps in a day, but with this weather picking up, I don't think I'm going to be getting my 10,000 steps in with this freaking weather. I don't know. That's a good question. But honestly, there's not that many Americans that I run into in Da Nang. They're mostly Eastern European. They're mostly Australian, Canadians, and UK people. They're lying to you about the password. If all the people on the bus get on Wi-Fi, it will become slow. They're definitely not lying, because Duck has been telling me. And I said, Duck, I should have knew something was up. I said, Duck, man, I didn't know all the 3 past Visa runs. You guys have Wi-Fi? And he goes, yeah. You didn't know that? I said, no one ever told me. He goes, of course, all of our buses. Then I seen him this morning, and I go, hey, Duck, what is the password? And he goes, the bus that you're going to get on, I'm not sure, but all the other ones are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I said, oh, so you don't know the one on the bus I'm getting? He goes, no, it's a different bus. You're going to have to ask the driver. Then I asked the Lynn Visa lady, and I said, oh, can you give me the password? And she goes, the driver said he doesn't know it. And I was like, what? A lot of bicycles. Yeah, the locals ride bikes. How viable is keto? Oh, it's definitely viable, but it's not cheap. It's going to cost you a good amount of money. Because everything is served with rice or with noodles or with carbs. So you could do it, but it's definitely going to cost you more. Definitely going to cost you more to do keto. An e-bike. I would love an e-bike. I just renewed and upgraded my mobile phone, 6 gigabyte per day, 5G 450 for 3 months. Mine is 7 gigabytes for $125,000 a month. I'm talking about not the e-bike scooter, but I'm talking about the e-bikes, like those cool looking bicycles that you can pedal and then you can do electric. Those are the e-bikes that I'm talking about. I love those ones. Yeah, so I get 7 gigabytes a day for $125 a month. Viatel, that was the other thing why I don't go to Viatel. Viatel, I think their highest plan is only 5 or 6 gigabytes. And it's 5 or 6 gigabytes, and it's more expensive than Vinafone's 7 gigabyte plan. When I was in Ho Chi Minh, I was in a van and seen a car hit someone on a motorbike. The car did not stop at all, just kept going. Yeah, that's crazy. I've seen 3 accidents. I've seen 3 scooter accidents in probably the last 5 or so months. Actually, 2 of them were caught either on my YouTube video or on the live stream. For whoever's seen me go to the Lot Mart Mall on the live stream, they seen 2 scooters smash into each other. And then me and Fluffy were looking at an apartment right by the Korean buffet place, and we seen a van hit an Indian couple. Actually, every single time I've been the one that goes and picks them up off the ground. Like, I was right there, and it was only happened a few feet away from me. And then the driver in the van got mad at the scooter people, and then they just drove away too. And then there was another time, it was me, and it was actually Marcus that popped in the room. It was me, Fluffy, Marcus, and Matzo, his girlfriend. We were sitting at a cafe, the 24-hour digital nomad cafe, and right out of the corner of my eye, I heard boom, and we looked over, and there was a guy, a local guy, face down, knocked out. We had to go over there. I picked him up. He was wobbling around. He was definitely unconscious. His scooter was destroyed. He kept holding his wrist, and then like the driver wanted to drive away, but we kind of had them exchange information, I guess, and then the driver just drove away. It was 5 GB, but the prices are up. The plans are all new plans are 5G, old plans 4G. Okay. I don't have a confirmation. I don't care if there was 1 million or one. I won't ride in the traffic. I just won't. I'm not gonna risk my life for $1.50. And you guys know I'm a budget guy. I'm not gonna risk my life for that. I'm not even gonna risk a hospital trip, because the first time I get into an accident and then go to the hospital, that hospital bill is gonna cost me 6 months worth of Grab or InDrive. So it's not worth it for me. Plus, I'd be ripping myself off, because let's say I rent a scooter for 50, 60 bucks a month. We only pay $10 a month to pay for transportation. So I'm going to be losing $50 a month compared to the $10 a month of transportation that I spend. Do they have ambulance? I think so instead of 911, I think they have 113. I've never called it though. But I think they have 113 for police. I think it's like 114 for ambulance, and they have all these different numbers. It's weird. When I'm gone, come back to the USA, being in Ho Chi Minh, California, I never again complain about the traffic. Yeah, the traffic out here is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen one stop sign in Da Nang. I've definitely seen a couple, maybe like 3 or 4 stoplights, but I don't think, has anyone seen a stop sign in Da Nang? Safely? That's like an oxymoron. Carrying a washing machine on a scooter safely? Those two words don't go together. Carrying a washing machine on a scooter, first of all, don't go together. Safely definitely don't go together. I never run into the mosquito problem. Lots of people ask about the mosquito stuff, but I never, ever, ever run into mosquitoes. I don't think I've ever been bit by a mosquito here. I have no clue. I wouldn't be surprised if half this stuff... You know what? There's been plenty of times we've been on YouTube and people lose stuff on their scooter. What did someone lose the other day? Plastic jugs or something. And me and Fluffy went up in the middle of the street and picked up all the plastic jugs that came bouncing off of someone's scooter. So I'm sure there's stuff that falls off the back of scooters all the time. And imagine being behind one of those. They use roundabout instead of stop signs or stoplights. In Da Nang, there's no roundabouts. I'm talking about like those four-way T intersections. There's definitely no roundabouts. But I was just thinking the other day, I don't think I've ever seen a stop sign. I have. Me and Fluffy have definitely seen stuff fall off. Like I said, we just picked up some big water jugs that fell off, and then I can't remember what it was. Something else fell off, and it was right by the parking area. You know, the parking where the scooters, where the scooter little parking lot is. We've seen stuff fall off twice there. I've seen it personally, and actually we were on live stream, so you guys have seen it too. Whoever was on that live stream for that night. Beep, beep, beep. I don't know who the hell he's honking at. Weird. How did she get the name Fluffy? She tried to call me Fluffy, and then it just backfired on her, and now everybody calls her Fluffy. So she probably regrets it, because she was trying to call me Fluffy, but then it kind of bounced off me and stuck back on her, and now everybody calls her that. So it's like something she brought upon herself. So she brought it upon herself. I'm surprised she's not in here right now. Maybe she's probably taking a nap. What time is it? 2 o'clock. So I'm hoping that we will be back home in 3 hours. I hope, but maybe 3.5 hours. And then they keep asking me like, "Hey, are you gonna get this tuna?" And I'm like, "Tuna? Yeah, at the gas station or the convenience store." I'm like, I have no clue what you guys are talking about. But everyone keeps asking, "Are you gonna get tuna?" It's like, I don't even eat seafood. Are you gonna get it at the convenience store? Yeah, people keep asking. I'm like, where did that come from? Now they want me to be smuggling canned foods or something. The only thing I smuggle is candy. Look at all that candy I smuggle. Handfuls of candy from Lynn Visa. Dale wants to save $1.50 on his tuna budget. I don't even know what tuna this is. I don't even know where they're talking about. What if I end up buying the most expensive one and then I have no clue what they're talking about? I don't know what's up with. They keep telling me like, "Oh, at the convenience store, get this tuna." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Yeah, Dale wants tuna." I'm like, I have no clue what they're talking about. You're on a bus because my green card. I am on a bus because my green card expired. My green visa, not my green card, but my green visa. My green visa expired, but actually you're wrong because I have a new visa already. We're heading back. I've already done all my visa work. We're heading back, not 2. About 3.5 hours, I should be back home. Probably take a nice nap. I'm good all the way till June 22nd for my next visa run. Big thumbs up again to all you guys that joined a membership and sent a super chat. Big thing. And appreciate all you guys that have stuck around and watched the live stream and hit the like button. Look at that. We're at 46 likes right now. We're probably going to hit 50 likes. Very, very nice that we can hit 50 likes. All you guys got to do is double tap the screen. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And once we hit 50, supposedly, the algorithm will push us more. I got deported. For 3 hours out of Vietnam. Tuna. I hate seafood. That's the crazy thing. I don't eat any seafood at all. 48. We're at 48. We are at 48 thumbs. Look at that. That could be the big tuna. That was what football coach was that? Not Don Shula. Was it Don? No, I think it was Bill Parcells. I think it was Bill Parcells was the big tuna. The big tuna. Do you or have you ever been asked to show your visa? What do you mean to show it? Oh, here we go. So we're at the... There we go. We'll take you guys out here. Guys. Oh, here we go. Let me get a little bit of drink. Here we go. I'll show you guys. We'll show you a little small city in Vietnam. Maybe I should take a whiz. I don't know what tuna you guys are talking about. If I'm gonna get tuna, you guys better let me know what the hell he's talking about now. If you guys don't let me know now, then you guys forever need to hold your peace. Look, they're advertising Viatel. Look at, they're advertising Viatel. Let me put this away. Give me 1 second, guys. Here we go. Look at the bus. Look at the bus. Look. I'm no joke. Last time, instead of having waters in here, someone had beers. They put their beers in here. There you go. Buy another sim so you can stream. My sim card works amazing. Remember, I do live streams every day. We're just out in the middle of nowhere, and we're way up in the mountains, so that's why it doesn't work. Like I said, when I was doing the Visa run with my buddy that used to live out here, he had Viatel, and he would sit in the back, and he told me that the same thing would happen with Viatel. What happens if I hit that light switch? What do you think will happen? Look at this. I like this little area out here. I think I should take a pee. I think I should take a whiz. I don't want to bring this in the bathroom, but where should I leave you guys? I don't want to. I'm going to set you guys up. Here we go, guys. Let me wash the hands. Wash the hands, but nothing to dry them on. Buy a box of tuna. Imagine if somebody right now, yeah, you guys would be seeing a weird live stream. You guys would be like, where the hell are we going? And be some local on a scooter. He probably wouldn't even know we're live streaming, and he'd be going all over. Tuna code for something else. I'm not sure. Look, oh, he's washing his tires. That's our limousine. I don't know why they call these limousine. I guess we can go into the store. You guys can see it's hot though, man. I'm telling you, it's hot out here. I haven't felt this hot in a while. Actually, the door is shut. Look, you got to take your shoes off even in here. Let me take my shoes off. Is that wannabe a greyhound? That's a wannabe greyhound. Look at this. Look at all the stuff they got here. These are like old man slippers. This is what you see like the old people wearing. What if I got left? What if the bus left me? What if the bus left me? I don't know. I don't even know if I have enough money on me, but I don't know. If you guys can tell me where the tuna is without me being left. Oh, maybe here. No. Pork? Pork? I don't know. I don't know where tuna is. I have no clue. And if you guys get me left on the bus, then you guys someone's gonna have to come pick me up. I don't even know where tuna is. Left side? Left side. Where is left side? I don't see left side. I don't know where tuna is. I don't eat tuna, so I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it comes in. I don't know. I don't know. You said left side. This is my left side. Third can? Oh, this one. 36,000? What am I supposed to get? One of them? Man, I swear if this busts open on me, I'm gonna be so mad. Dale, you're gonna owe me a delivery fee too. So I'm just getting one can. It is, I think, 36,000. 6. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if I have that. He said 6? I don't... Man. There's gonna be some kind of delivery fee or something. This is crazy. I don't even like tuna. They're probably like, why the hell is this guy buying so many? Sincho. How much? 190,000. 190. So they're like 228. Actually, they're 228. So here's the price, 228. Can I get a receipt? And a delivery fee. And a delivery fee. 228. Can I get receipt? Come on. Come on. 228. I got that receipt. Because I might have to get a refund and come back. Let me put my freaking shoes on. I never went into a store, a convenience store, where you need a freaking take your shoes off. Freaking guy. So Dale, 228 plus I'll charge 200% tariff. So it's like, I don't know, 500,000 VND. Because I'm going to sell it on the black market. I'm going to sell it on the black market. Let me swap. I'm going to swap my water out for a cold water. Let me swap my... swap my hot water that's been sitting here for hours. Let me swap this one for a cold one.
Bro, that's just a house.
Look at this. And I don't want none of this payment plan stuff, Dale. It's cash on delivery. Cash on delivery. None of this 4 installment payments. No, you can't buy mine, but I'm sure if we post your comment in here, G, someone will be willing to take you up on that. Good for you. I got you two packets of coffee. Because he's paying me a handsome tariff and a delivery fee. I got you 2 coffee packets, Fluffy. And all those workers in the store are laughing at you. Yeah, I know. They're like, why the hell did that guy get so many? And then the joke's on them. I don't even eat tuna. It's like, the guy that doesn't eat tuna freaking is freaking buying a 6-pack. No, they're not from Laos. We're back in Vietnam. Yeah. If I go back in, they're gonna leave me. I would get you some chips, but it's too late. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. I think they don't have tuna in Vietnam. That's probably why. But this is we only have one more stop to go. We have one more convenience stop, probably in about 2 hours. And then we're very, very close to Da Nang, but we're probably about 3 hours. Probably, but who knows? With my luck, they wouldn't have counted and they would have just drove away. Yeah, that's crazy. You need so much tuna. And then he said he's going to buy more. See, all this stuff would have been great on YouTube, an uploaded video. I always get the good stuff on the live streams. That's what kind of sucks. I did smuggle some candy, though, from Lynn Visa. From Lynn Visa, I smuggled some crackers and some candy. Please hit that subscribe button. If you guys love people that smuggle and import tuna, please hit the subscribe button. Say goodbye to whatever the hell city we're in. We're smuggling it from a different city. You could smuggle in from other cities. Hell no. You couldn't pay me enough money to try tuna. You couldn't even pay me. Let's see. Oh, wow, we're moving up. 5,473. Man, we might get close to 5,500 today. If we can get you guys, whoever has not subscribed, man, we might hit 5,500 today. Tuna smuggler. I made them look bad. She was actually looking for the tuna smuggler. I appreciate it, Allison. I appreciate it. Man, the channel's starting to pick up, man. This month has been a solid month. Last month was a good month because I did the Vagabond Awake interview, and that really boosted up the channel. Then this month, it boosted up my channel with Evan doing the interview with me. And then this month has just been solid overall. 1 million? Nope, maybe 1 million US dollars. If you guys gave me $1 million, I would probably eat those 6 cans, but I'm pretty sure I would throw up. But for $1 million US, I would attempt it. Publicize your obsession. Oh, look at that. There's a fire. Oh, this looks like an organized one. Did you know that you can get chicken in the same type of can? Yeah, I've seen that. I'm not a fan though. I don't eat any kind of meat that comes in a can. The king of canned meats is Philip. Dale's turning into Philip. Dale is turning into Philip, eating that canned. That's how you know you're getting old. When first it goes from tuna. Wow, Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest boxing stars of all time. My shop? I don't know where my shop is. Can someone tell him where my shop is? I don't know where my shop is. Shopee? I know where Shopee is. It's online. I grew up on Dinty Moor. I think the closest you'll get me to eating any kind of canned meat. It is freaking hot. She's got a blanket. You might hit 10,000 if you keep doing tuna smuggling runs. Mexico? Mexico would be about a week. I have no clue. Probably about 3-ish hours before I get back to my city, though. I'm gonna get a freaking suntan, though. Look, the sun is coming on this side, so I'm gonna get a suntan. I'm gonna look like Hulk Hogan. By the time I get to Da Nang, I'm gonna be the same color as Hulk Hogan. What you talking about, brother? Me and the million of Hulkamaniacs. What you gonna do when I get a suntan and run wild on you? I'm gonna get a suntan on one leg and one arm. Just this side, but not this side. I thought there was a, oh, I do got a curtain. Oh, there we go. I forgot we got a curtain. There we go, no suntan for me. There we go. This is the privacy curtain. Privacy curtain. What do you guys think? You guys like that privacy curtain? This reminds me of like the puppet shows. You guys remember? Look, it's like a dog. Woof, 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 woof. Look, it's a gorilla. I don't know how to make these. Tinted windows? I don't think they know what tinted windows are out here. We're like a duck. Man, I've been up. I went to bed about 2 something, and I woke up at 5 in the morning. So, man, I'm running low on energy now. Maybe I need one of those Red Bulls. Oh, that's what I should have got. I should have got one of those red. Got kicked off for a second. We are back. Red Bulls, the one from Thailand. That would be a good side gig, tinting windows for the bus company. I think there's some stuff. So you'll, once you come to Vietnam, you'll kind of realize that luxury and just common stuff that in USA is taken for granted is not that big of a deal out here. Like They're like, oh well, just suffer, just sit in the sun. The chat was spinning. I think it's back now. I think we're back. We're on H signal. I don't even have a 4G signal. No 4G. No 4G. Let me know here, yeah. Internet kicks me off. We stop at the next convenience store. The rabbit? I don't know if I can do the rabbit. I don't even know how to do a rabbit. Let me see. I can't do a rabbit. But if we get kicked off, we'll probably pick back up at the next convenience store. And we'll probably YouTube like the last hour or so of getting back to Da Nang. Gang signs. Maybe those were gang signs. Let's see. I do like this AC though. Look at that. That's blowing. And I will recline my seat back a little bit. Where's my... There we go. I got the same cheese. What do you mean the same cheese? What is a cheese product? Feeling the lack of sleep. What are you guys doing? You guys are just relaxing, I guess. It's like cheese bread? Huh. Do the kids in Vietnam play sports? Yeah, I definitely see them play sports. I think a lot of them play, I definitely see a lot of them kicking soccer balls around. And I've seen a few play basketball. But usually they're kicking a soccer ball, is what I usually see. I don't think I've seen any playing baseball, though. I appreciate it, Donald, man. I appreciate everything. I appreciate the chat. I appreciate the membership. We might do a live stream at dinner tonight. So if you guys are interested, the newcomers, if you guys are interested in seeing a local Vietnamese restaurant, then try to check back in a few hours, because I'm not sure if we're going to go out to dinner tonight, but we possibly might. But normally we do a dinner live stream. So check back in a few hours. Tell me more stories to stay awake. Drinking my wine. Oh my God. Wine is for freaking 80-year-olds. 80-year-olds and rich housewives. I've never seen a chubby drinking wine. There's nobody here. I'm doing this by myself. How am I going to do an interview with nobody here? I messed up. I should have got a Red Bull when I was in there, huh, guys? I'm drinking wine instead of beer. Oh, too late now. Too late now. That's like when he gets a triple quarter pounder and he goes, make sure to give me a Diet Coke with that. Let me get a triple quarter pounder, extra large fries, and make sure to give me a Diet Coke. That's what his order is. Triple quarter pounder meal. Triple quarter pounder meal, extra large fries with a side of Diet Coke. Yeah, I don't even know why I was buying tuna. Everybody was just pressuring me. Hey, Joe, what's up, man? We put back in our countryside, Vietnam. We're heading back to the city of Da Nang. A 6-pack by the summer.